Good morning, UPB March 6, 2014. It is a Thursday. You see the market broke out to new all-time highs. The S&P 500 ETF closing at record levels. And guess what? It's even higher now, pre-market. It is a little late in the early morning hours. Usually I start this video a little early, so it's going to be a short video today. Hope you don't mind. We're going to look for new all-time highs. So we'll see if we close over that 188 level. But you can see the action here over the last 2 months. We were bumping up against resistance here. We fell. This was the emerging market. All that negative talk that we had at the start of February, end of January. Even some analysts coming out, Wells Fargo, saying, time to sell! Sell, 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 sell! Yeah, that's worked out really well for you. And you can see here we've moved up over that. We broke through it just over the last week and a half. And now we're really breaking out into literally uncharted territory. The only thing you would possibly say, we bring it up, possible megaphone top forming, but that would take a little bit longer to play out. So we'll see where we go from here. Obviously, still a lot of bears out there, and there's a lot more room to go to the upside. We'll see. JB at Option Millionaires thinks we're going to hit the $200 level this year on the S&P 500 ETF, the Spiders. So we'll see. Cover that in another video. I just wanted to go over some quick charts here. Disney is a stock that I alerted via my private Twitter account earlier this week when the stock was at $80. The $80 calls were at 80 cents. They went to $3 yesterday. I'm looking for continued upside for Disney as it continues to break out. It's in all-time high territory. It's at lofty levels. Look at the all-time chart for Disney, and just put some of these lines. Once you get a little far past it price-wise, these lines are just irrelevant. But you can see a beautiful run-up, kind of a nice bull flag, a continuation, just really nice move for Disney. This reminds me a lot of Boeing, when Boeing made its move from the 60s all the way up to the 140 level. You can see that move. And Boeing's another stock that looks to be consolidating here. But Disney looking for more upside before the eventual pullback, if and when that ever does happen. Facebook, another stock that I alerted via my private Twitter account. I talked about it. I'm getting hammered on stock twits, of course, because it's like 85% bull percentage and 15% bear percentage on Facebook. Seemingly nobody thinks it's going to fall. The only reason why I brought it up, and I talked about this in the chat room at OptionMillionaires.com, and also posted a chart, is that we were bumping up against resistance, and that resistance has acted as support and now acting as resistance. But we broke through it. Although we're clinging to this line here, I haven't sold my puts yet. I didn't put a stop in. I'm in the puts until we break over the $72 level, if and when. We'll see if that happens. But I was just looking for a pullback. Everyone's like, "Oh, you're short the stock. You think the company's." I'm not. I don't even care about Facebook. I think ultimately it's going to not be at these prices down the road, but I'm just playing for a pullback, just from a chart perspective. That's all. You look, the last head and shoulders pattern didn't work out so well. So if you want to look from a technical perspective, really hasn't worked out, other than the last time I bought puts on Facebook when we had that head and shoulders pattern and we melted down to the lows here at about 67. So we've been moving up, and if you look for the relative strength index, it's pretty lofty there. Of course, it can remain lofty for quite some time, and then it looks like we're rolling over here as we did here, but you can look, there's really been no significant declines on a rollover aside from maybe the middle of February. Let's go to some other charts. How about Tesla? Tesla looks like it's setting up here nicely with a nice pennant pattern. If you look from a longer term perspective, I'm going to pull my studies off. There you go. It looks a little more obvious that we're going to consolidate. We're going to come to a head here, and we're going to spring higher. Imagine. We're going to spring higher heading into spring, which is coming up in a couple weeks. How about big lots? I talked about this a couple weeks ago, didn't I? I said we're going to break over 30, and we did. Break over 30. Big move over 30, and also 5 below. So we're going to head back over 40, and we did. We pulled back a little bit over the last day and a half, but I'm looking for further upside here. A nice cup and handle formation up to the 45 level now. That's where we're headed for 5. And big lots, I'm looking for a move back up to the 3250 level. Not too far away, and the options are very inexpensive. Also BTH, I still like this stock for upside. It hit support here, double bottom. It's consolidating here. I'm looking for a move over to 11 and then the 1250 level. How about Google? Google pulled back from all-time highs, but still, from a longer-term perspective, the chart just looks fabulous. We do have a nice little bottom here that we've reached short term and looking for higher prices. Look at price line. And if you want to follow any kind of example of a chart, then you just go parabolic. Price line is doing very well. And it's, again, the only thing I'd watch for is possibly getting some sort of pullback in some of these names that have been up significantly over the last couple weeks. And I would say price line is one of those. Not to say it's going to crash or come crumbling back down, but you look from a long-term perspective. William Shatner, if he held on to his shares, oh, he'd be very happy. To the moon, Scotty. O'Hara, please send me my stock certificates. I'm sorry, Captain. You sold them all. Oh. Let me go. I was going to make a bad joke, but I'm not going to do it. It's too early in the morning. All right, that's it. That was a quick video. Volatility index. Look at the VXX. Look at this. I keep bringing this up. Any kind of bounce you get, you got to take it as an opportunity to sell. Look at this beautiful topping pattern. And then TLT, which is defying what I think is going to happen. I was thinking TLT and bonds, we're going to see interest rates slowly start to rise, and we're going to get a pullback. It's not happening right here. Although we could have a short-term double top in and a move back to about this level, which would be about the 103.88, 104 level. Something to keep an eye on. All right, UPB here from OptionMillionaires.com. Hope everyone has a great trading session. If I have any more trades, I'll bring them up. Private Twitter, chat room at OptionMillionaires.com. Have a great trading day.